Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us for our weekend weather update and the outlook for next week. And we're starting with Australia. Severe tropical cyclone Owen. This is it up here. It first started at the very beginning of the month, then it disappeared, and now it's back, and now it's a severe storm, which means it's got category 3 level status and is likely to get up to category 4 while it remains out at sea. And then it's going to track down into Queensland. And it's unusual because only a couple of storms have done this before, going from the northwest to the southeast down the Australian coastline. Rain is going to be the main problem for them, flooding and things like that around Queensland in the next few days ahead. But there's another area of low pressure down in the southern part of Australia, so all of this purple and dark colouring you're seeing, that's low air pressure. There's another one up here near Fiji, but around New Zealand, remember our donut we had the other day? It's gone. The middle part has filled in, and now we've got a solid block of high pressure. Those afternoon downpours in New Zealand, they're also going to start slowly falling apart over the next few days. So this is where the storm is. This is where Owen is at the moment. Category 3 going up to 4. It's backtracking. You can see these 1s and 2s. That's when it was going that way. Now it's a 3. It's coming back this way and into, it'll be coming into Queensland. This is the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre tracking out of the US government. We rely on them in our part of the world, and you can see very clearly where it's going down, and then it's likely to fall apart before it gets to Brisbane, be a rainmaker for them for a few days, and then it should fizzle out completely. But we'll keep an eye on whatever happens to the leftovers. But there's an invisible high pressure system in this area, and that'll be stopping that storm from directly coming to us, even though on that map it perhaps looks a little intimidating because it's kind of coming straight in towards us, but it's likely to weaken. So let me try and explain it over the next few days, because our weather is not very interesting. So I've gone big picture for the next few days. We do still have these, I shouldn't say it's not interesting, we've still got these big afternoon downpours. They're still forming in the same areas, inland, around the mountains and ranges, and then later in the afternoon they'll drift. They might even go a little further north up and towards Northland, but the good news for wet parts of Southland and Otago, it is staying mostly dry. Look at all the rain though. There's Owen, and then all this rain attaching itself to another low right down near Melbourne. So the whole eastern side of Australia looking pretty wet. Now we get to Sunday and no real change. Owen's looking weaker, but still a lot of rain coming in with it. And then we've got that big blocking high over New Zealand, just a few showers popping up for you around the place on Sunday. Not quite as many of them, but they might still turn to thunder. Next week, even fewer of those downpours. Looks just like Waikato has a few and everybody else is looking dry. There's another big change in New Zealand on Monday. That is back to the nor'westers, and because they're subtropical in origin, coming down, you might be noticing the temperatures now pushing up into the 30s next week as that comes on through. The rain around Owen still sitting up there as well. By Tuesday though, Owen looks like it's finally fallen apart. That big high right here, that's the one I was telling you about, that invisible high between us and Owen. So Owen comes straight down, runs into the high. It's called wind shear. It just tears the whole system apart, and you end up with just showers left over from that one. But we've got rain back to the west coast, warmer westerlies blowing up the whole country. So not going to be stormy, but it will be pushing temperatures up, I do think, into the 30s. And we end on Wednesday where, as we said earlier on, we say the spring pattern is with us right through for the rest of December. So no real surprises that on Wednesday of next week we've got an area of low pressure and another burst of wind and rain around that. Highs to the north and south, another low out to the west. What's happening around Christmas? Don't yet know, but there's certainly a lot going on around our part of the world. That is all from me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again next week.